it seems like you guys are having the same issues as we're having. So have they made mandate? Are they mandating workers to get the vaccine in your town?
Yes, right now the hospitals and the nursing homes have been mandated by the New York State former governor Cuomo, and now the new governor Kathy Hochul. She's continuing the mandate here in New York City, not too far from here. New York City Mayor De Blasio has mandated also all New York City and all departments, and telling restaurants, anybody to attend museums, anything has to have a vaccination passport to enter in any of these events.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very restricted. Who is speaking at the moment?
He is part of the union. I forgot his name, but he's part of the union. They've invited him, and he right now is speaking on behalf. I forgot which union, but I'll get it right now for you. And he is speaking. Very few unions are backing people up right now. They are not backing them up. Unions are telling workers, the biggest one here, 1199, DC 37, have told their workers that they cannot do nothing for them right now.
Okay, can you repeat that again?
The biggest union, 1199 and DC 37 in New York, have turned their backs on their workers and said they cannot do nothing for them.
Wow, and what industries are those two unions?
Right now, Department of Education, the medical community, those that are healthcare. The biggest ones here, they're the ones that are being affected right now. They are telling people that they're going to fire nurses, they're going to fire healthcare workers. That's what they're telling them right now. September 13th is a magic date in New York. They say if they don't have the first dose of the vaccine, they will be firing people.
Right. So let's talk about nurses real quick. From my understanding, there's a shortage of nurses because of the pandemic and the limited hours that they can work. So if the unions are not going to back the unvaccinated nurses, who's going to take care of patients?
That's a good question. Right now, you are correct. The nursing homes are in a record low of workers. Right now, many of them say they're going to quit. Many are going to get fired or suspended. You're right. What's going to happen with these patients, especially in the nursing home, where more than 15,000 have died in the nursing homes here in New York in a record number. And you're right. What's going to happen?
Yeah. Well, I know your grandmother, bless her heart, she recently passed away in one of the care facilities. I know how short-staffed was that particular facility. And how they take care.
Yeah, that facility has suffered a break where my grandmother was at, and it's called the Plaza. And right now, that home is being affected. And I think the last time they tested, it was 48% back in May of people that were actually vaccinated. So right now they're not, but they're trying to mandate them now, and a lot of them are going to quit or going to be suspended. Alyssa Nahum, she ran for New York State Senate and District 11 in Queens, and it was also questionable on the what happened with the counting of the votes. And Edwin, we could talk about that, right?
Right.
We had a lot of things to talk about. She's one of the fierce leaders here. Remember, everybody, when you see her,
we love her.
Future. I know she's not done with politics. She's going to run again. I know that, right?
I'm good. I'm watching what's going on. Being a New Yorker, I've never seen so many people set up and so many people ready to leave it all for their rights. It's serious. It's going to get serious. The unions are involved now, and that people are ready to walk off their jobs. If that happens, the city's going to come to a standstill.
One of the things that Harry and I were just talking about, now that they're making the mandates for the nurses and restaurants, and if you can't work unless you get vaccinated, what are they going to do about the short staffs already in the nursing facilities, in the hospitals, and in the restaurants? How is the city going to address the short staff nature?
I don't think they care. I don't think they care if it's short staff. They don't really know what's going on the ground level. They don't know if people are suffering, you know, on a local level, so they don't care. But what will happen, though, with what I'm seeing now, I predict that you're going to have a lot of people walking out on their jobs. And then they're going to get lawyers. There's lawyers on staff ready to roll. So I think in New York, I think they're going to have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think is the domino effect of, what happens when these states are going to go full-on mandate and the companies really enforce it? What is going to happen, what are the dominoes? What are the dominoes that you see falling?
Okay, so what I'm hearing from people that are contacting me is they are willing to walk out on their job. But interestingly enough, every single employer wants you to quit. They want you to sign a form and resign. So the trick is don't sign the form. And then see them in court.
We know, however, this is not about the science. If this were about the science, the shots would not even be on the market. The masks were a placeholder for the shots. The shots are the placeholder for the digital ID. This is not a vaccine passport. This is not a vaccine passport. This is a flipping...
I'm here with David Carreras, who is running for controller on the Republican ticket, and I believe I know what other ticket.
And I have an independent line called Save Our City. So, Save Our City. That's what it's all about. This is the fight of our life right now. People have to understand. New Yorker has to understand. This is where it comes down to. We don't win here, we go right back to Jim Crow laws, because that's exactly what this is. Just like I was saying before, the entire mask, the mask was a placeholder for the jab. The jab is a placeholder for digital ID, so they can completely control our whereabouts. So they can say who can have in your home, who can't have in your home, where you can go, where you can be. The entire thing is about control. We just removed our governor for reasons, absolutely great reasons, but the biggest reason we should have moved him is because he hid an additional 12,000, maybe even more, of body count that he did on his March 25th edict that put and co-located our seniors, our most vulnerable people of New York City, and put them to death. Essentially put them to death, where we had built the greatest and the largest hospital, Guinness Book of World Records hospital, and ships to protect that exact thing. It's disgusting.
Thank you, Debbie, and I want to say that the last event we were together, I'm part of Voices for Seniors as a member. My grandmother passed away in June, and we fought hard. Thank you, Debbie, not only because he's a candidate, but he's here in all the events. Where are the other candidates from Democrats, Republicans? Debbie, I want to ask you quickly, where are the other candidates or even elected officials? Where are they?
Where's Curtis Lewa? Where is Eric Adams?
I hate to say it. Where are they?
Where's Eric Adams? This is the biggest fight of our life. This is your life. This is my life. This is Henry's life. This is our life. We don't have this anymore. We don't have freedom. There's no freedom. There's no turning back. Once you give up your freedom for security and comfort, gone, as Benjamin Franklin said in his book.
I'm a teacher in the CUNY system, and right now they're saying that they got to test us weekly. But I know what's going to happen. After Pfizer got accepted now on Monday, they're ready. What they're going to do is they're going to lock down everything. It's going from MTA, from the New York City public school system. Gabby, what's going to happen? I mean, what's going to happen with this city and California? I have people in California. What's going to happen?
I'm going to say something really quick because you brought up the FDA. A lot of people don't realize that the FDA released 2 letters. You're not getting the emergency use only. You're only getting the emergency use only. The other drug, the other one that was approved, it's not here. It's in Europe. No one's getting it. So there's still that liability shield for all of the pharmaceutical companies. That is absolutely a crime. That's a war crime like Nuremberg, that from years and years ago. That's exactly what it is. And guess what? The crime is all towards us. You have to stand up for your rights. You have to stop mandates. You have to be here. Every single Monday, you're going to see people coming here, fighting, protesting against these mandates. They're unlawful and they cause only harm. Putting masks on children is a form of abuse. Think about that. Keeping a mask on a child, the child takes every single bit of information. Now they're going to learn that we shouldn't be next to somebody, that the air is dirty. That's trauma. That's long trauma. This is not right. It cannot happen. It's the fight of your life. come out and vote. You have to make a difference. November 2nd, you'll see my name on the ballot, Gabby Carreras, as Save Our City, as well as a Republican candidate for comptroller. I'm going to bring money back into people's lives. I'm the only person who can do it because I'm actually licensed to actually bridge the gap of what's happening. That's what I do. I bridge the gap between the 99 and the 1%. I travel on the subway every day for work from East Harlem to Wall Street because I care about my people, I care about the city, and we're going to fix this city. Come out and vote.
Well, thank you, Gabby Carreras, and I see them in every event, and I really thank you because in every event you're here. So thank you so much. I wish you all the luck, and I wish that the folks can see what kind of a candidate you are for the people because you're here.
There's no other place you could possibly. You have to be here. The entire city has to be here. The world is watching right now.
So Gabby Carreras is not only a candidate but a friend of mine. Thank you so much. I give you your luck, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother.
Keep coming and coming and coming. We know, however, this is not about the science. If this were about the science, the shots would not even be on the market. The masks were a placeholder for the shots. The shots are the placeholder for the digital ID. This is not a vaccine passport. This is not a vaccine passport. This is a flipping digital ID. They are going to remove mandates when everybody submits to the digital ID. Don't fall for the euphemism vaccine passport. It's a digital ID. A vaccine is a medical treatment. It's not some sort of pass. A medical treatment is not a movie ticket. A medical treatment is not a reason to go to the gym. A medical treatment is not something you need to take to go to a restaurant. A medical treatment is not something you need to work. A medical treatment is not something you need to exist as a healthy human being. This is a total fascist takeover. They get you to say yes to a vaccine passport, which may sound benign enough, but it's a bait and switch. That's a marketing term, and they know what they're doing with marketing. They don't know science, but they know marketing. When you say yes to a vaccine passport, you say yes to being tracked and surveilled and controlled with digital ID. Everything you do will be on that ID. You'll have to get booster shots every 6 months to even participate in society. You will have a social credit score like they have in China. That social credit score, oh, it's right. That social credit score will determine where you can live, if you can travel, and even if you can buy food at the grocery store. We are talking no segregation. We are talking about the total gamification of society. You do what the government wants so you can have privileges to be a human being. Does that sound fair? No. So don't focus on the vaccine. This is not about the science. This is a trick to get us to have digital IDs and social credit scores. Do you say no to vaccine passports? Let me hear you say no. Let me hear you say no to Mayor de Blasio. Do you want vaccine passports for our kids to go to school? Do you want vaccine passports to work? Do you want vaccine passports to exist as a human being? Last time I checked, healthy was not the new sick.
Freedom is a fragile thing, and it's never more than one generation away from extinction. And those in world history who have known freedom and then